Hey Leo, Micah Collins here. I spoke to you yesterday about getting this video over to you. Now, I understand you did say that you aren't really interested in marketing right now, but I know that can sometimes change. So you might want to bookmark this if you ever come into a place where you need more leads and you need more calls every single month. And this just kind of shows you how you can do it yourself and whether you would want to hire someone else to do it or not. So essentially, Leo, in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition online, not waste any of your time or mine. All right, so hopping right in without any further ado, if we look over here, we can see that the first thing that I want to go with you today is your content. Now, most business owners know that they need content, which is everything you see right here as far as the words go. But they do not realize that Google likes to see more content than your competition has. And right now, I have you clocked in at about, no, that's not right, 366 words of content that your website has ranking on Google. Okay, if we look over at one of your competition over here, David Fry's Roofing, I'm just kind of going into the Norman area specifically, not really the whole Oklahoma City metro. And looking at their content, they have about 670 words of high quality content. So, pretty close to that double mark than what you have. So that's the first thing I would do, man, is just go through your website. It's not that complicated. Just write out some more content and put up some specific keywords. I'll show you what those are in just a moment. So if we hop over to this tool I use called Ahrefs, it runs at about a couple $100 a month. You can get it for yourself on ahrefs.com, but I love this tool because it allows me to see behind the scenes of everything that Google's looking at online. So if we look over here, we can see that ranking for 8 organic keywords right here on Google, but you're getting nobody on your traffic every single month. So that is not very good. Your website's essentially not doing anything for you. If we look over here at your keywords that you're being found for, these are like, for instance, let me just say, I'm in Tulsa, right? So if I'm looking up a roofer, I'm going to look up, roofers Tulsa, Oklahoma, or one of the metros, roofers in Owasso, Oklahoma. And then I'll just click on one of the top ones that pop up there. But you aren't really ranking for a whole lot of keywords and not ranking at the top of very many. So people aren't really finding you currently right now, but it's not really a huge issue, right? Your competition's just done everything that you've done, but just a little better. So I want to take a look at what's missing here. We can see Hartland Construction, that is your business name. So we do not want to take these because they'd find you anyways, right? So gutter replacements, we can see that that's a 200, gets searched 200 times a month, right? You're getting none of those people because you're on the 74th position on Google, way down. Roofers, Oklahoma City, great keyword, gets searched 300 times a month, but you're getting nobody on your website because you're on the 90th position. And it just goes on from there, right? If we hop over to David Fry's Roofing, for the purposes of this video, he's ranking for 12 organic keywords, but he's getting 107 people on his website every single month. So that's where the differentiating factor is. If we look in the keywords, he's ranking for roofing Norman, Oklahoma, gets searched 200 times a month. He gets 30 of those people, or 29, because he's on the 3rd position on Google. Roof repair Norman, Oklahoma, gets searched 150 times a month. He's getting 20 of those people because he's on the 3rd position. Roofing contractor Norman, Oklahoma, again, he gets 14 of those people because he's on the 4th position on Google, and so on and so forth, right? So this is what we want to do. We want to take these keywords and put them on your website so you start ranking for those keywords on Google. Now, before I bore you to death, Leo, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're just going to take one of these keywords and pop it into Google and see what pops up, okay? So the first section we see is the ad section. Now, we know that these can work, but they can also be a huge money pit. You just start dumping money and not a whole lot of great quality leads end up coming in. And the truth is only 10 to 20% of all people looking for roofing contractors in your area are only going to the ad section. The rest of the 80 to 90% end up scrolling down. So if we scroll down, this brings us to the map pack, and this is one of the greatest places to be. It gets about 40 to 60% split almost evenly across these 3 ones right here. Not really that sponsored one, but and this brings me to the second thing I wanted to speak with you today, and that is what we call citations. So let's just take a look at this one right here. Roofing contractor Norman, roof repair. We can see their name, their address, and their phone number listed right here on Google. That is what we call the NAP, or the NAP, name, address, phone number. Why this matters is that's how Google finds relevance in local businesses, okay? So what you want to do is have that name, address, phone number listed consistently across what we call citations. You might know them as directories. For instance, like Yelp, the BBB, Google Places, Bing, all these different types of directories that people find your business for. You want to have your name, address, and phone number listed consistently throughout those, and more than what your competition has. So for instance, you want to have more of those directories that your business is listed on than this company right here. That's such a long name. I don't know why they do that. But again, that's besides the point. Let's continue scrolling down. This brings me to the third thing I want to speak with you today, Leo, and that is what we call backlinks. Has everything to do with this organic section right here. So again, hopping to the top, 10 to 20% end up going for the ad section, 40 to 60% end up going for the map pack, and the rest, the 30 to sometimes even 40%, to tell you the truth, end up going for the top 2 positions right here. So you get on that top 1 or 2 and you start raking in a ton of calls every single month. As we can see, David Fry's roofing is over here. And that is why he's getting 100 and some people on his website every single month, even through the slow seasons and everything. Now, as you can see, Leo, this is a place that you really want to be, but to get here, you need what we call authority with Google. And to get this authority, you need backlinks. So I want you to think of a backlink like this. When website A points to website B, then site A is shooting site B. Some of its link juice or power passing like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes from one website to the other website. So let me try to break down all of that for you. For instance, if you get like a local blog or an industry site, something to do with roofing, something to do with gutter, something that relates to your business, pointing to your website, then Google sees that as valuable and trustworthy, okay? But if you get, a website from like Pizza Hut or a backlink from Pizza Hut website pointing to you because you did a job for them, I don't know, I'm throwing that out there, right? But if you get a job from did a job for Pizza Hut and you're getting a backlink from them, Google doesn't really care because there's no relevance between pepperoni pizzas and roofing. So Google doesn't count that as any power. Now, hopping back over to Ahrefs, I can see exactly what backlinks you have and what your competition has here online. So as we can see, these are like, votes of confidence and power from other websites to yours. You have 88 backlinks pointing to your website. Okay, if we hop over to, and you have nobody going to your website. If we hop over to David Fry's, we can see that he only has 33 backlinks, okay? Plenty less than you, but he's getting 100 people on his website every single month. And this comes down again to he has those keywords dialed in on his website, on his homepage. He has the content wrote out, he's over double the content that you have on your homepage, and you really want to get that fixed so you start beating him online, okay? And the third thing is he's getting higher quality backlinks than you are. You're getting very low quality, spammy backlinks, but he's getting very high quality backlinks, so he can have less of these, but more power pointing to his website. Now, you might be thinking, Micah, this is all crazy in theory and everything. How do I actually do this for myself? Well, today is your lucky day because I'm going to show you exactly how to do it for yourself. If you hop over to Ahrefs.com or any of these types of tools, you just plug in your competition's website right there in the search bar. You go down to this little backlinks tab right here. You click on that. You can see every single backlink that your competition has. Literally just click on them and get them for yourself. If you do that across all of these 33 different websites, you will 100% start dominating them across Google, hands down. So Leo, now I bet you're wondering, well, what now, Micah? Well, Leo, you can either take this information I provided you today, bookmark it, save it for later. If you're not in the room, you don't need the leads right now. Save it for later for whenever you might need more leads and more calls every single month. And just watch it at that time and implement those things yourself. If not, if you get to a place whenever you're too tied up with work and you don't want to mess with it, you can shoot me a quick call on 918-260-1694. Hey, Leo, again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. Hey, I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a good one.